Hey everybody, what's going on? Time for another video. This one this week is about a new product, new upgrades, slight upgrades to some products that are super popular. But before we get into the details of what it is, do me a favor, click subscribe down below. Also click the get notifications. That'll make sure our videos get into your feed. And if you have any comments or experiences about this new product, leave them down below in the comment section. All right, so new product, and I love new product. We're gonna walk through the new upgraded SLX Baitcast reel. So this new SLX has a slight new look to it. It's still got that beautiful matte black body, but the cool thing about it, I feel, is some of the fine-tuning upgrades they've done inside the reel. But what you'll notice right off the bat is it still has that anodized blue cap on the spool tensioner, still has the anodized blue spool. All that stuff is still there, but silver logo on the side plate, which I think looks a little better than the blue did on the previous gen. So let's go through all these specs to see what's up about this really popular baitcast reel. So this SLX baitcast reel has been popular for a number of reasons. And the first thing I'm going to say is probably the price point. And in my opinion, it's probably one of the best reels, low profile baitcast reels on the market for the price point. Now, it's got a Hagane body, which is Shimano's all-metal body. That is the core of this reel. That is really what keeps the gears aligned and the strength and the consistency and the longevity of the reel. But the other thing they've added to it this year is Silent Tune. Now, Silent Tune is a spring on either side of the spool, which really quiets down casting and reeling, but it makes it more efficient and it stops the side-to-side movement that sometimes happens on spools that float on bearings and a shaft. The other thing, it's got SVS braking. Now, let's clarify some things. There's SVS, which is the new term that Shimano is using for what used to be called VBS braking or variable braking system. And then there's SVS Infinity, and then there's SVS MD. So there's several SVS on the market. SVS, for our purposes, is what VBS used to be. It is that centrifugal braking system. So you take the side plate off and you adjust your brakes. That's how this works. If it were SVS Infinity, it would have the same centrifugal braking, except it would have an external dial on the outside. So SLX, unlike SLX XT, which has the external dial, the SLX does not, but they're calling the VBS system, they're calling it SVS. So let's just get that straight off the bat. No false advertising here. It's just a change in nomenclature for the technology. The other thing it has is the S3D spool and the Super Free spool. So this is a very, very efficient, good casting reel, low profile baitcaster that's going to work for everything from flipping and pitching all the way over to casting light baits. It is a very, very efficient reel. Now the gear ratios, this reel, the SLX A, which is the second generation, is going to be available in both a 6.3, 7.2, and 8.2 to 1 in both left and right-handed. So it would be a 150 or a 151, a 150 HG or a 151 HG, and then a 150 XG and a 151 XG. That's how they decide. So when you're looking at the reels in the store and you see it says 150, that's the 6.3 to 1. If you see 150 HG, that means high gear, that is the 7.2 to 1. And if you see 150 XG or the extra high gear, that's the 8.2 to 1 or the fastest one they offer. Now, how do these gear ratios affect the reel? Well, when we talk about cranking in line, the 6.3 brings in 25 inches of line, the 7.2 is 28 inches per crank, and then the 8.2 is 32 inches per handle turn. So, again, depending on the technique that you are using, you're going to want to decide which model you want. If you're fishing a lot of cold water where slow-moving baits, or you're fishing a slow-moving bait in general where you want a slow crank, a lot of people head towards that 6.3 or that 25 inches of line per handle turn. If you want a jack-of-all-trades reel, something that could do a bit of cranking and a bit of casting and flipping and spinner baiting, I always recommend going to the middle, which would be the HG, which is 7.2 to 1. And then if you're into burning baits in, the XG is your choice at 32 inches of line per handle turn. Now, when we talk about drag pressures, 12 pounds of drag on the 6.3 to 1, so that's the 150, 11 pounds on both the HG and XG, which is the 7.2 and 8.2 to 1. The other thing about this reel is its weight, 6.9 ounces. pretty light. So that's a really, really nice package. Coming in at 6.9 ounces, going to pair up great with the new series of SLX rods, which were just recently redesigned. If you want to upgrade, you can jump to Intenza or you can jump to Corrado rod, and it's going to make a great package. But for matching the rods, the new SLX is going to look really good on those SLX series rods. The best part about this, guys, is probably the MSRP. I mean, $99.99 US for this reel. That is incredible value. And this is a reel that I know, I've put people onto this reel that are high-level tournament anglers that have fished it and come from another company and they're like, this reel is awesome. And it's 99 bucks. So that's just a little taste. Now, we still have the original SLX XT, which has the SVS Infinity built into it on the market. And there's still the SLX 70 MGL. There's still the SLX 150 DC. So lots of breadth in this family, but we've seen the first redesign and upgrade to the SLX family. So I would only assume in the coming years, we're going to see those other models get upgraded and fine-tuned as well. The one thing I love about what Shimano does with their stuff is they build that one flagship reel, whether it's a low-profile Aldebaran or it's a Stella on the spinning side, or, you know, it's a Tiagra on the saltwater side, whatever the flagship reel is, all that technology, all that R&D they put into that reel ends up trickling down. And now we're starting to see more and more great technology end up in the level of that $99 price point. That is something that nobody can complain about. Everything has gone up. Inflation has hit everything. It has not hit SLX. So that's some good news. There you have it, guys. That is the new SLX A review, or walkthrough, I should say, review. I have not casted it yet, but I have had my hands on it, filming it in the studio, as you can see. So if you could do me a favor, click subscribe down below if you haven't already, and also click the get notifications. That'll make sure when I do a new video, which I try to do them every week, but sometimes a couple weeks go by because we get kind of busy, that will make sure that video gets into your feed. And the craziest part about all this, guys, I keep saying it, but like 85% of the people who watch our videos aren't even subscribed. So do me a favor, click subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the reel or you have any experiences with it you want to share with everybody. Click it down below. I'll get to you as fast as I can. I hope everybody's staying safe. I hope you're all doing well. But most of all, guys, even though it's winter up here in the north, I hope you're all catching fish.